Welcome, beloved friends, to Daily God's Promise, Day 23. Today, June 23, 2025, we turn our hearts to a profound declaration from Mark chapter 7 verse 37. And they were astonished beyond measure, saying, He has done all things well. He makes both the deaf to hear and the mute to speak. It's a powerful testament to Jesus' divine perfection, His miraculous power, and His ability to bring complete wholeness into every area of our lives. 1. Astonishment at divine perfection. He has done all things well. Friends, this verse captures the overwhelming reaction of the crowds after Jesus miraculously healed a deaf man who also had a speech impediment. They were astonished beyond measure, not just surprised, but utterly overwhelmed with awe, declaring, He has done all things well. In a world often marked by imperfection, broken promises, and flawed efforts, this is a profound statement. It echoes God's original declaration over His creation in Genesis chapter 1 verse 31, where, He saw everything that He had made, and indeed it was very good. Jesus, as God incarnate, perfectly reflects this divine quality. His life, His teachings, His miracles, His sacrifice, and His resurrection, every single thing He did was executed flawlessly, with divine wisdom, love, and power. This truth offers deep comfort and trust for us today. 2. Jesus' divine competence. He has done all things well. The declaration, He has done all things well, is not merely an exclamation about a single miracle. It's a comprehensive theological affirmation of Jesus' character and competence. It speaks to the perfection of His redemptive plan, His perfect obedience to the Father, Philippians chapter 2 verse 8, and the impeccable nature of His salvation. Unlike human efforts, which are invariably tainted by flaws and limitations, every aspect of Jesus' ministry and purpose was perfectly designed and flawlessly executed. This truth assures us that when we surrender our lives, our challenges, and our future to Him, we can trust that He will handle every detail with absolute perfection. We can rest in the knowledge that His work in our lives, too, will be well done. 3. Restoring brokenness. From deafness to divine sound, the crowd immediately cites the evidence of Jesus' perfect work. He makes both the deaf to hear and the mute to speak. These were profound disabilities in ancient times, often leading to social isolation. This miracle directly fulfills Old Testament prophecy concerning the Messiah, particularly Isaiah chapter 35 verse 5-6, which speaks of the eyes of the blind being opened, the ears of the deaf unstopped, and the tongue of the mute singing. But beyond the physical, this miracle symbolizes Jesus' power to heal spiritual brokenness. He can open spiritually deaf ears to hear His word and quiet the mute tongues that are hesitant to declare His truth. He restores not just our physical senses but our spiritual capacity to receive from Him and respond to Him. 4. Our response. Astonishment and wonder. The crowd's reaction was astonished beyond measure. How often do we cultivate such profound awe and wonder at God's work in our lives? In a world saturated with information and distractions, it's easy to become desensitized to the miraculous, to take God's goodness for granted. This verse challenges us to pause, to truly marvel at what Jesus has done and is doing. When we truly grasp the perfection of His character and the power of His restoring hand, it ought to stir within us an overwhelming sense of gratitude and worship. Let us choose to cultivate a heart of astonishment, recognizing the miracles in the mundane and the flawless hand of God in every detail of our existence. 5. Experiencing Jesus. Well done. Today, for this June 23, 2025, let the truth of Mark chapter 7 verse 37 empower your faith. Whatever brokenness you face, physical, emotional, spiritual, bring it to Jesus. He is the healer who does all things well. If you feel spiritually deaf to His voice, or mute in sharing your faith, He can open your ears and loose your tongue. Trust His divine competence even when you don't understand the process. Allow His perfect love to transform your imperfections. Let your life become a testimony that echoes the crowd's ancient declaration: He has done all things well. Embrace His perfect work in you, and let your life be filled with astonishment and overflowing hope. God bless you and give you grace after grace.